Well, this shit is fucking crazy, man. I tell you what. I think I know what it is. I need to put some grease on these brakes. Probably do that this weekend. Grease them up. Yeah, I feel like giving my 3 cents on some of these current events. I'm not going to talk about the boxing situation with Schofield and all them or whoever, because of I seriously think like some of that stuff just needs to run its course before people start giving out their opinions and stuff like that. Especially if somebody's in the hospital and shit like that. You never know if it's real or fake, but you know, at least allow like you know, some of that real deal truth to come out, you know. Let's see here. Look kind of fruity, but mind my motherfucking business. This whole Russia stuff, man. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna say this, man. I hear a lot of like Republicans right now saying that, like, you know, saying that the Democrats and people need to stop worried about this, that, and the third, and get behind Trump, and to ensure that his plans and stuff like that are met, and that he's not getting no backlash on it, that he's getting the push and support from everybody, so they can get his plans up and running and going. You know, it's kind of weird though, because when last year I didn't see that, you know, with the president. I didn't see people giving the president that type of respect from the other side of the aisle. You know, I saw some was giving him the utmost disrespect, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how, like, you know, he capped insulin, and all of a sudden, you know, somebody come through and say fuck that shit. Like, why would you park right there? Like, damn, she got ass. Whew. I'm just saying, some of this shit does not make any sense to me. You know, like the whole Russia thing. Okay, that's cool and dandy and all, but you know, Putin ain't supposed to be in power. Benjamin Netanyahu is not supposed to be in power. There's a whole bunch of people that's not supposed to be in power right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to be in power. Like, you know, but people forgot. People forgot that what happened 5 years ago, what happened 6 years ago, what happened 10 years ago. All of a sudden, people got amnesia. You know, the price of goods are still up. And ain't nobody worried about it. You know? The price of meat, eggs, poultry, everything's still up. Houses, rent for businesses are going up. Roll that one up. Rent for you know, everything is still high as fuck. And people are putting their fist in the air and saying that a boy. When it comes to Doge and finding fraud, waste, and abuse. But the big elephant in the room is not being addressed. You know, fraud. And the crazy about the fraud, waste, and abuse, all of the stuff that they're finding was approved by both sides. All of the budgets for USAA, the budget for USAA, the budget for them saying that they found fraud, waste, and abuse with the education system, that was approved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting how people don't see that. It's like all the fraud, waste, and abuse that they're finding by way of Doge. It's like they're pointing it all at the Democrats when both sides had to what? Approve the funding. And then they're getting rid of all of the Biden appointed all the Biden appointed heads of all these entities out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, it isn't. Y'all gonna know who to point the finger at coming up. But they ain't. And I wouldn't care if it did or didn't. I really don't care about the finger pointing. I don't care about the finger pointing. I don't care about a lot of the shit that people are bringing up. The money that, and it's crazy. Like people are thinking that the money that Doge is finding is going to go into their pockets. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. All that money should go back towards the national debt, right? Because from my understanding, that will affect the power of the dollar, right? Correct? A balanced budget is what is what we need, you know? And I don't think you need Doge to figure that out. I mean, Clinton had a balanced budget. That's what they say. I don't know if it's factual or anything like that, but that's what they say. I think that the tariffs are going to significantly affect us, because when it comes to semiconductors, most of the semiconductors, the big ones, have all left America. Whether or not it's Intel or Global Foundries with AMD, I don't know if they're still with Global Foundries, but you know, you're gonna have to speed it up, bro. Should have sped that monkey up. I mean, it's just a lot to unravel when it comes to it's just a lot to unravel when it comes to all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And it's crazy how people think the Democrats are upset, and their heads are exploding about all the money that they're finding. Well, I guarantee you, this next Doge hearing, we're going to find out that there's been a lot of misinformation when it comes to fraud, waste, and abuse and what they found. Also, with that is, the Democrats' heads aren't exploding about the money that they're finding. Their heads are exploding because they're calling out the firing of staff, putting people in positions that are not qualified, and also having people who are not vetted having access to all the data in the systems. That's what the big head exposure is. You know, they said they found 120 fraudulent Social Security. You didn't need to get into the system to find that, but people are going to find out that this shit is not cool. You can't hold people accountable if they haven't been properly vetted. You can't. You can't hold them accountable. You know? You can't fucking hold them accountable. You know? I'm talking about like the pencil necks that he hired. You can't hold them accountable if they happen to sell the data or have a spillage when it comes to classified information, PEI, CUI, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. You can't hold them accountable. You know? But you're giving these guys access to all these systems and you don't know they haven't passed one background check. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you can't give someone, you can't get a clearance and you can't pass a background check if you have already, how would you say, sold or breached protocol before at a previous job. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's just not happening, but it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But I ain't really tripping though, because I'm gonna be all right. I think everybody's gonna, gonna get past this. I think that us as Americans, we're strong, we're resilient. We always bounce back bigger, better, and better than before. I think America's always been great. That's my feelings. And if that's the case, take your ass to another country and live there and see how they get down. You know what I'm saying? I think we got it going on. The only thing that I would say that needs to be fixed, the only things I would say that should be fixed is right now is like, the healthcare, especially for like the seniors and these babies, the price of goods, especially when it comes to the needs, not the wants. Like, everybody need to eat. You know what I'm saying? That shit should be fixed. What needs to be fixed, in my opinion. They want to find fraud, waste, and abuse. Like I said, you don't need Doge to define that with anything. I'm pretty sure in every entity, if they actually sat down with the people that actually work, not the worker bees, if they actually talk to them, I'm pretty sure they can find better, efficient ways and of doing things for these companies that's cost saving. I'm pretty sure they would find better ways of cost saving without having to put American citizens in compromising positions, i.e. being fired, laid off, of not having enough resources or manpower to properly do their job, execute their job. That's just how I feel. People can sit up over here and they can say like, well, you always own the Republicans, you never own the Democrats and stuff like that. I didn't say nothing about them the last motherfucking 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just what it is, man. I just think that there's things out here that can't be fixed, but there's a right way of going about it. You know, and people always say is like, this and this is just me. Like, you have everyday citizens, raving for Doge to find all this stuff, but the average citizen doesn't know anything about insider threat, cybersecurity, the things that the people in these entities have to go through to safeguard information, the training they have to do each year to make sure that they're safeguarding information, that make sure that they're looking at their co-workers and seeing if they have something going on to where they could be an insider that you're reported. They don't think about all that shit. They just think about, oh, these companies, they got your cell phone paper and they got your social security and all that stuff. People forget about the training and the vetting that everybody has to go through. You just don't get a job at Fort Knox or the U.S. Treasury or access to everybody's social security numbers and shit like that at a social security office without going through a background check. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. It don't work like that. It never has worked like that. But I guarantee you in the future, we're going to hear about them pencil necks and compromised systems. Guarantee you. And on that note, shout outs to the whole entire world, and everybody stay sucker free.